Happy New Year, everyone. I hope that you are all doing very well and that you have had a chance to get outside. I have not done a podcast or a reel like this in a very, very long time. I actually have a cold at the moment, so I'm going to sound probably a bit muffled, but I wanted to do a video because I thought it was a nice way to start the new year, 2025. I cannot believe it's 2025. This community is amazing, and it's incredible how it's filled with just genuinely really good people who just love the outdoors. I know that throughout the years there's a good mix of people who love tiny spaces and vans, and also just people who love going on adventures outside, and I'm so grateful to have you all here. This year, so the plan for this year, as you know, at the end of last year I rebranded and relaunched the website for us all so that I could launch the 2025 trips and also the Norway Winter 2026 trips. They're all small adult group trips that you can all come and join me and my experts on to create memories and just something really, really unique and beautiful, and something that just encourages you to get in outdoors in wild spaces, try new things. When you see me going into woodlands in Norway and off-grid cabins, I've got no experience of those, I just go and do it. So when you ask me how have you gone to all of these places, which is something I'm often asked, I just find ways around it. I don't earn from tiny gatherings at the moment. I just pour all of my passion for the outdoors into it. It would be lovely to be earning at some stage, and as you know, or some of you will know, I also in 2023 had a pilot festival. Now the festival is adapted so that this year it will be launching as a family escape, something that I think families don't have enough of. We have holiday packages that we could go on to hotels in the Canaries and things like this, and you can book your excursions and you could go for some of the sort of more wilder packages, say in Finland in resorts, but there's nothing that's something that families can get together, meet other outdoor families, relax in the outdoors, but also have those beautiful elements that was something that I really loved, and I know that you all loved, of the pilot that was a festival, and that was the talks, the speakers, a workshop, a musician. It would just be all on a smaller, more manageable scale that lets me really select wonderful people each year to participate and be a part of something really, really truly special. And the reason for that is because I've been taking a lot longer to try and find a site, because it's been a lot harder to find a site that is accessible. Now I have a wonderful, I call her an ambassador, a wonderful lady who has been following Tiny Gatherings from pretty much the start, and she has a daughter who is disabled and has a wheelchair, and I really, really want her to be able to come. Now, the site before was absolutely wonderful and so beautiful to be immersed in an outdoor space, but unfortunately for this stage it wasn't accessible enough for the needs that I want to take Tiny Gatherings in terms of the family escapes to the next stage. Now, I also have a best friend who is in a wheelchair, and there's a wonderful company called Millimeters to Mountains, and they're the only company that I know in the UK that provide these amazing experiences for outdoors and adults. And it made me think about what happens if children and adults are together and they can have a space where they can enjoy and be among everyone, because they're exactly the same as us, they're no different, they can be as outdoors as anything. My best friend, she's been on skate ramps and everything, and I just really want to make that happen, which is why it has taken longer to find the right site. I'm still wanting to make that in the southwest. I know that you all wanted it to be a southwest site, and just before Christmas, I think I have found that site. Now we're just going through the final details of everything so that they can put a package together for us, and I plan to launch that in January so that you've got enough time to be able to save up. Originally it was going to be obviously in August, the same dates as before, but due to the site requirements, it may be that it's in July, but it will certainly still be in the school holiday. So we will see what happens, but bear with me with that, and I am definitely working hard behind the scenes on that. Now, some other things as well. So aside from tiny gatherings and the small group trips and escapes that are in wonderful places, we've got Cornwall with Isaac Kenyon, the Highlands with Stuart Wright. We've got in Norfolk, we've got Coastal Exploration Company, which is a sailing company, which is really beautiful. And they vary from 1-day trips to long weekends. And then overseas, we've got the Gozo Experience, which is very much outdoors. With the experts from Gozo Adventures, where we get to go kayaking and hiking. I wonder what hayaking would be like. And also Norway with Stuart Wright as well. So we've got the Spring, which is the Spring Escape, which is being launched this year, which is an off-grid cabin escape near a beautiful lake and amongst the woodland of just on the outskirts of Oslo, so it's really doable for your first time. And then also winter 2026 is the winter escape in the wonderful snowy peaks of Norway. Now, aside from that, I have set myself a challenge, which is a really huge one, but I'm really determined to make it happen. And I'm at the very start of that, but the more I say it, the more I make it happen. Now, I don't know if you remember, but a few years back, I had the opportunity to go to Norway, and it was to northern Norway for the first time, to Nustholmen. And I was very lucky, and that was all just through wonderful connections, and really it started actually from Ben Fogel's New Lives in the Wild, which is where watching a TV show actually worked, which is different because we're normally told to not to watch too much TV and get outside, but watching that particular show really shaped that trip. Now, I am going to be doing my first desert expedition in 2026. I'm going to do this in Oman, and it's going to take a lot of physical and mental prep work, which I'm going to be starting this year with the help of my wonderful friend, who's a PT, professional PT, and through my own sheer determination and incredible contacts and connections that I've been given, which throughout I will most likely speak about and showcase. And I think what will happen is, as I'm showing everything, and I hope that you'd like to see, I'm going to show the journey from the start, from training through to preparation, and all the way through, obviously, to the expedition as well. The route is going to be sort of drafted next week, and then I will take that to experts in Oman to work out the logistics and everything. But as I say, it's at the start, but if I say it, then it has to happen. And the more I say it, as the wonderful John Endurance says, who's an incredible coach as well, the more you say it, the more it happens, and I definitely believe in that. So there you go. I'm going to do a very big expedition in the deserts in Oman, likely the Empty Quarter, which is hard in itself, incredibly hard. So the route that I'm choosing, I will confirm as the time goes by. For me as well, some of you might be saying, why are you doing this? I'm not doing it with the intention of raising money. As wonderful as raising money is, I want to inspire this group. Um, I want to inspire you all to hopefully come on the trips with me as your host, and feel inspired and safe among our experts as well. But I want to achieve something that, I guess, pushes myself, but also I'm both British, I'm British born, and I have Maltese heritage in me. I'm half Maltese, and for me, when I first went over to Malta, I saw so many people that looked like me, and I thought, wow, I was like, this is what I look like. That they've got my same big brown eyes and almond shaped eyes and all these wonderful things. And I really understand how much it means for people to see people like you doing things. I think as a female, there's a lot of barriers in the outdoors. I've already started to think about what do I do when I'm on my period and all of these things. So there's a lot of barriers, and also, although I might have a lot of determination, I know what it feels like if you're on your own. So I'm sort of thinking of ways around that, and having hopefully an incredible person to come on board to document along the way as well. So I am really excited. I think it's going to be a very interesting journey, but I really hope that you enjoy following it. And of course, there will be everything to do with the trips. I'm thinking about starting up the interviews again. They're not really interviews, they're more just very casual chats and conversations, almost like chats in a living room with a cup of coffee. But I want you to be able to meet the incredible experts and get to know them before you come on the trips and experiences. And then also, possibly, I might even venture back into the podcast that you guys enjoyed. And I had wonderful people saying that they used to listen to that podcast to be able to work out what their next van and tiny space was. And obviously, things are progressing to those outdoor adventures. But it doesn't matter if you're hiking, if you're going overlanding, if you're in a van, if you're in a truck, if you're in a bus, if you're swimming, if you're biking, all of them are adventures and exploration in the outdoors. And I think the podcast may be rebranded or tweaked slightly to encompass those wonderful people as well. So I would like to bring that back as well. Obviously, there's only one of me, which I try and make known, but not everyone knows, and they think there's a huge team. And I do have a team now. I have a team of my incredible experts who help share these trips and escapes and everything that's going on. But at the moment, it is just myself and incredible people who support this, which is yourself. So thank you so much, and wishing you a very, very happy new year. And I look forward to hearing from you all soon. Take care. Bye.